All right, good morning, everybody. Joe Van Doren here, and welcome to our Virtues Pick for today. I've been absent for a couple of days, just had a huge project going on in that building behind me here, and just has totally consumed me, but I'm really happy to be back this morning. We're bright and early because I have some classes to teach later today. So our word that came up for us today, though, is interesting because I think it came up for us recently on the weekend, and we just wrote about it, and it came up again, and that word is unity. So unity is a powerful virtue, and this is the description of it, and it brings great strength. Unity is inclusiveness. It brings people together. We see our commonality without devaluing our differences. We experience our connectedness with all people in all life. Unity frees us from the divisiveness of prejudice and heals our fears. We refuse to engage in conflict, seeking peace in all circumstances. Unity comes when we value every person in our family or in our world. The joy of one is the joy of all. The hurt of one is the hurt of all. The honor of one is the honor of all. So I really appreciate this word, and I think we live in a world, and we're in a world right now where unity that virtue could certainly be used more of. But as I think about it, unity is not one of those things that can be legislated. That we can't put laws into place to make people become united, because unity is really about our own willingness to look beyond the aspects of people that may make us fearful or make us, or that we've developed beliefs about in the past, to look beyond all those things and value each individual for their dignity and nobility, for their gifts or talents, for being who they are. And we certainly want people to look at us, don't we, for who we are. And not just look at the outside of us, but look into our heart and into our insides to see that we are indeed really good people. And I believe that most people, the majority, 99%, I believe that all people have all the virtues inside of them, and though they may have had all kinds of other experiences that make it difficult for those virtues to come through in a positive way, it's not impossible. But it's much, much harder when we look at individuals, if we only see their bad, the things that are negative about them. And that's true in the family, it's true in our community, it's true in our schools, it's true everywhere. Our experience with individuals, with others, is much dependent on our beliefs about them. And so if we can believe that they have all those virtues inside of them, if we can believe that people are valuable, that they have all the same wishes and desires and hopes and dreams that every other individual has, if we can see them in a light of that's more peaceful, then things you can be more inclusive. You can enjoy the company of. You can bring people together to accomplish great things. It's just something that I've learned over the years that when we look at someone and only see them as individuals that we've developed beliefs about or prejudices about or whatever, it makes it very difficult for us to see them as a person. At the same time, if we are willing to get to know the person, we find out that they're just like everyone else, right? And we can really engage them in great conversation and friendship. So unity is a very strong thing, though it can't be legislated. We can't make people do it. And in the family, I don't know if you've ever seen this happen before, but sometimes there'll be 2 or 3 children, and one child is is favored it by the parents, or at least by maybe even one of the parents. And it's not because they do it on purpose, but you know, it might be that they give all their attention to them because they have some sort of special need, or they might give all their attention to them because they're especially gifted in some fashion or some way. And another child may not feel that they are valued as much as the child that's so gifted or who is in need of extra attention. So it can be a very tricky situation, and so unity in the family is when we value every person in our family, and that we're able to balance these things out so that we can share those feelings of value and those feelings of dignity for each person for their own unique talents. So I think it's difficult, and can be, but as we develop this virtue of unity, I think it becomes comes to us more easily, and it can be developed and shown in some pretty great ways. So while we recognize the differences, while we recognize that some people may be strong in one area and not so strong in another area, while we recognize that the one may have a talent in one way and not in another way, and when we appreciate them for being human, for being and give them the dignity that every human deserves, we're going to see that we're going to be more unified. And so that's my big wish for our communities and for our nation and for our world, is that we can become more inclusive. Not legislate it, not demand it, not told that we have to do this or we have to do that. But unity because we want to, because we see each other for our common values. So that's what I'm thinking about this morning. I have some more work to do in that building behind me there. And so I'm going to be working on that after my classes this morning. So thank you very much for being here. I hope that you have a great day and that you can find a way to unify your community and your family, so that that's where it starts, and then it can grow from there. All right, everybody, thank you for being here, and until next time, keep practicing the virtues and the 4 C's of successful families, and that's clarity, communication, consistency, and community. Until next time.